YTBC. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. And guys, I just got to tell y'all, I was telling my friends, and I told my friends and told my friends that when two guys fall out with each other, two guys who've been cool with each other for a long time, when they fall out with each other, it's always because of a woman. Okay? And I've said this over and over and over. It's always because of a woman. See, guys don't fall out. If guys have a disagreement, they argue about it, they fight about it, but then after the fight and arguing is over, guys go back to being cool. But see, the only time guys never ever go back to being cool, you got to do two things to a dude to make him just never talk to you again. That's one, you do something to one of his children, or there's a woman involved. In this case with Tim Bradley, I was telling people left and right, you know what? It's Tim Bradley's wife messing everything up. I'm just saying. That's what I said. And a couple of my friends, nah, man, that's just his manager. Tim Bradley ain't gonna let his wife mess nothing up. He ain't gonna do that. But see, these dudes, they're casual fans. They really, really don't know, I guess, really that Monica Manzo Bradley is his manager. He is his manager, okay? She is his manager, and so she's gonna make the financial decisions. See, there's a balance. You got Tim, who's the fighter, Joe, who's the trainer, and Monica, who's in charge of the finances of the fighter. And that's how the balance need to remain. But when one of those three come out of order, then there's a situation, there's a problem. Well, Joe Diaz got a little butthurt at Monica Manzo Bradley. He did, because she was kind of trying to tell him, what he need to be doing as a trainer. And see, Joe Diaz is, he gonna be a Hall of Fame trainer. I mean, a world class trainer on all levels. I mean, the guy is a great trainer. So I can picture him thinking in his brain, who is this bee think she is? She can't tell me, the great Joe Diaz, what I need to do to train my fighter. Monica Manzo Bradley has never trained a fighter. Now, this is what Joe Diaz is thinking in his brain. And see, she's very controlling. Bob Arum can't stand Monica Manzo. And you know why he can't? Because she play hardball. She don't let Bob Arum, she don't let Bob Arum lowball her husband. She just don't. See, when they come up with these figures, Monica always say, you know what? Tim need to be able to take home this amount. Okay, after you get your cut, this is what Tim need to take home. Okay? So, for example, if Tim Bradley got 10 million for a fight, okay, Monica Manzo gonna go in there and hardball Bob Arum and say he need to be taking home 10 million after you get your cut. Not pay him 10 million, get your cut out of 10 million. See, that's how she worked. Bob Arum can't stand her because he always got to pay. He always got to pay when he dealing with Monica Manzo, and I get that part of her job. That's where she do a good job for her fighter, Tim Bradley, her husband. Does a great job. But see, when a controlling and dominating type personality woman like that come into the picture and start trying to tell his trainer what he need to do, well, then there's a problem. And I've heard from other sources saying that she was kind of upset that, Diaz was kind of, in and out the picture, leaving him to go train other fighters and stuff. So I'm thinking that, I'm thinking that could be a reason. And I'm being honest, okay? Now, I'm looking at this from Monica Manzo's side, and Joe, if this is really what Joe Diaz was doing, if I'm Joe Diaz, if that's me, Tim Bradley is my cash cow. There are no other fighters that come before Tim Bradley. And that's just the way that is. There are no other fighters that come before Tim Bradley. Okay? There's not. I'd already have my time set up. That's Tim Bradley time. Tim Bradley is my megastar. Then everybody else comes after that. I give them the time, and I give everybody their equal time, but we got to come at this time because Tim Bradley's here. I mean, that's just how the game played. I mean, I got athletes that I train. And God knows I'll be honest with y'all. There's some athletes I enjoy training, and there's some athletes I can't stand to see them coming. Okay, that's just how it is. And I got my mega athletes, yeah. I am fair and balanced, but sometimes I can't treat my mega athlete the same way I treat my beginning athlete. I just can't do it. See, I can't have my mega athlete training with somebody who just started. Because all you're doing is frustrating the two athletes all together. Well, you're frustrating your mega athlete because they've been there long enough, and they know what they got to do, and so you're making them stay later. You know, it's almost like you're punishing your mega athlete for them training with a newbie. Okay, I never have newbies and my mega athletes training in the same venue. I just don't. I separate the time, and I give them each their undivided attention. I give them, they each get my undivided attention, but I don't do it in the same venue. That's suicide because you're just gonna bring up a lot of hostility. Okay, and if Joel Diaz was leaving Tim to go train other fighters, now that's just stupid. I'm sorry, Joel. I like you. You're a Hall of Fame trainer, but if that's what you was doing, I mean, that's just stupid. And that's just the way that is. So I kind of get Monica Manzo on that end. I get on that end. But see, she a dominating personality. And I can tell you, these women that run things and they're in jobs or position, they think that they can just go tell the dude what he need to be doing. And my answer to that is You know, I love women to death, but I ain't finna let no woman tell me what I'm finna do. And that's just the way that is. That's just the way it is. I ain't finna let no female tell me what I gotta do, or tell me what I need, or tell me what to do. That's just not gonna happen. There's got to be some compromise going on here. There's got to be some compromise. And with Monica Manzo, I've heard and I've looked at interviews, and Bob Arum frustration. There is no compromise with her. There is no compromise. It's either her way or it's no way. And I think she ran up on the right one with Joe Diaz. I think she ran up on the right one because Joe Diaz probably said, he was thinking in his mind, you know what, this B is not going to tell me how to do my job. And that's just the way it is. She ain't going to tell me. I know what I'm doing. I'm Joe Diaz. I'm a Hall of Fame trainer. That's what I'd have told her. I'd have been like, girl, when have you trained anybody? But then, that still would have got him out of there because, you ain't going to talk to his wife like that and all this other mess. That's the problem with that. That's the problem with that. I'm going to tell you, look at what happened with James Kirkland and Tim Bradley. He left his highly effective trainer. When you listen to Joe Diaz, boy, you undefeated. The only time I think you just did a dumb job when you started trying to brawl, knock Pacquiao out, and all you had to do was box the crap out of Pacquiao, you'd have won the fight. You was winning the fight anyway, Tim Bradley, until you started trying to brawl with Pacquiao. I mean, man, you didn't listen to Joe Diaz. Joe Diaz kept telling you, box this dude. He cannot. He cannot. He has nothing for you. Box him. You didn't want to do that. You wanted to go in there and knock out the great Manny Pacquiao because you dominated Juan Manuel Marquez. Well, Tim Bradley, I could have told you, you ain't Marquez. You're not Marquez. I mean, Marquez is a whole totally different fighter. You're not Marquez. Okay? That's why you didn't get the knockout. You don't even have Marquez power. Marquez got more power than you. You ain't Marquez. Okay? But you didn't listen to Joe Diaz. But I guess that was Joe's fault too, right, Monica? That was Joe Diaz's fault too, right? See, I get that. Blame the trainer when the fighter don't do what you tell him to do. Blame the trainer. I get blamed. I give my throwers, I give my track athletes a game plan. A perfect game plan. You got some stubborn athletes that don't listen to the game plan and they fail. You got good athletes that listen to the game plan and they win. But when I give them a game plan and they don't follow the game plan, and then they come at me asking me, well, what did I do wrong? That's when I go in on them. I go in on these athletes and I say, listen here. I gave you a game plan and you was too stupid to follow the game plan. I tell my athletes, listen, I've been in the game 20 years. I've been in this game 20 years. And I definitely know what it takes to win. That's what I tell them. But see, Monica, I don't know, maybe she need to understand that Joe Diaz has been in the game more than that. This dude been in the game a long time. And he know how to win. He know how to win. I think Monica should have known, should have stood in her place. She should have stood in her place and been the darn financial man and just worry about the money. And that's just the way that is. Now maybe there's some stuff on the back end that I probably don't know. And that's probably normal. I probably don't know some stuff. But at the end of the day, I think Tim making a mistake. You guys ever play Punch Out? You play Punch Out, man, and I gotta relate this to James Kirkland. There was a fighter on there called Ball Bull. I'll never forget it. He would charge in, or you hit him, you catch him in the head, and he'll do this little spin around. That's what happened to James Kirkland. James Kirkland spun out like Ball Bull on Punch Out. He spun out and hit the ground, man. I'm just telling you guys this now. In my personal opinion, okay? I thought that I personally think that James Kirkland, he probably would have never gotten himself knocked out like that had he been with Aaron Wolf. Now, I'm not saying he would have won because, well, Canelo's my favorite fighter. And that's just the way that is. He ain't beating Canelo, okay? He has not beaten no Canelo, but he wouldn't have got himself knocked out. He would have went all 12 rounds, but Canelo would have got a unanimous decision, okay? Let's just get that out there. But you guys tell me what you think about this deal. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.